I'd been monitoring this for several months now, and the weight is pretty much equalized. So what I did was, when I rough turned it, I left this center in it. That way I'll be able to grab onto it. Because as you can see, after turning it and letting it sit, it has shrunk down around the edges, and the center is pretty much hasn't shrunk that much. So now this side is out of round. I found that if you take this part off the center, then when you go to put it back on the lathe to get this part round, you have nothing to hold on to it. A lot of people use a jam chuck, and then the tailstock comes up to here, and then they'll round it off with that. But you really don't get a good positive grip. So that's why I left this in there. What I'll do is I'll chuck it up this way with the headstock over here and the tailstock over here. So I'll cut a tenon right in this part here. So once that's cut and trued up, then I'll flip it over, chuck it up, and then I'll be able to work this side here and get everything trued up. It doesn't seem to affect the drying times. It's already got all this that can dry easily. The only thing that might be affected a little bit is the center. But like I said, after weighing it, I can see that it's not losing any more moisture content, same weight. So there's no problem with leaving the center in. And as far as cracking, it doesn't. This side here, the sides, can still shrink without causing cracks. There's a little bit of a crack here and here, but that was from the very first day, and I put a little super glue in there. It hasn't moved a bit, so I haven't had any problem with leaving the center in. But like I said, it gives you a really good positive grip so that you can go ahead and turn the outside smooth. So let's get it on the lathe and turn it up. So now we pop on over to the lathe. I'll chuck this baby up. Just slightly. You can see there's a little bit of movement, but that's not a problem. I'll bring up the tailstock. So now I know I got it centered here. I'll finish tightening up here. Chuck's tight. Fix my tool rest. And the only thing I'm worried about right now is truing up this face and cutting a tenon right here. That way I can grab it with the chuck. And then I'll flip it over. So now I'll just measure the width of my jaws, mark it, and then cut out the tenon. I've got my tenon right there. Don't have to worry about the gem chuck. And now I can clean off, true off all this, sand it down and finish it. Sand it down a little bit, and we're done. I think that'll be fine. Now we'll bring up, this will become evident for you later. I like to put a little insert here. I cut a little indentation in here on my bowls and add a leather insert with my signature on it. So when I'm all done varnishing, put a little bit of adhesive on here, and then I'll flap my insert in there. Not too bad for the first coat. I'll let that sit and then I'll keep on layering that on. I'm going to wet sand it. First coat, nice and smooth. I think I'm getting better at it. This is only the second time I've ever used this CA glue finish. And I can see that one pass, one light thin coat is better than laying it on thick. If you lay it on too thick, then you're going to get some runs for the thin stuff. Now I've wet sanded it down to 1,000. Yeah, 1,000. And I'm going to put one more last coat on it and call it a day. Oh, that is silky smooth. Do a quick wet sand and we're going to be done. Now for a little bit of wax. Auto car wax. Not too bad for a novice. Now, slap my name on there. I put a little contact spray on this and it fits right in snug. And Bob's your uncle. There you go.